Welcome to the Club Manager tutorial. This one I want to talk about assistant instructors and giving them very limited access into your software. Quite often we try and take on all the roles as an instructor, and sometimes we just need to learn to pass them over to other people so we're free to do other jobs as well. So easy way, you might have an assistant, or you might just need to set up a profile so that you can have your staff or a lower grade put bits in. So if we go in, we're on the home page here. If we go into students, and we'll just get them all listed up, and I've got Mona here who we're going to make my assistant on the system. As you can see, happy looking lady, but she does a brilliant job. And what we need to do is at the top, most of the time you'll just have student stroke user. We need to change them to assistant instructor. Okay, then just save that, so we've got it saved, and then into the middle here there's one called access. Press on access, and what you need to do is then work out a current username for them, or put in a username for them. Sometimes you might just want to use their email address. That's fine. You might want to put it in, so I've just literally done it all with no spaces. Make sure they've got an email address so they can do a reset if needed. If not, we'll talk about setting up a sort of standard profile, but just have an email address in. If it's for you, put it in, and then create a password. Obviously make sure it's there, and just check we're on assistant instructor here. So you're just literally filling out those details and then press update. Now what I've then got, we can then log in. If I can remember what I set up for her. Remember to use a sort of mix on there, make it as secure as you can, because obviously it's your details. And if you notice, we're down to a very simple. You've got your birthdays in there, and attendance is really the main part that they can see. They can then go through, add in the classes, and they go through. But if you look on here, they've only got a week's worth of access. So they've got today's date and the previous day. So straight away we're reduced down to 1 week. So we're going to say, right, okay, well they were doing the class yesterday. Let's do the class on Monday, 5 o'clock, and we have Brad, Seth and Bob, and that's the register's done. So it's just a case of very simple click and they shoot across. Now the other bit is we've got this S on the end. If it's a sparring lesson, if you know that at the start, you can tick on this bit. So Crystal's going to go across, and straight away she's got that. If you forget, you can always just hover over and click. I found that sometimes my fingers are a little bit too big, and so sometimes I'll accidentally hit there and it takes it off the list. So if it takes it off, just remember, put it back in, and just be careful where you're actually pressing. So just, it's quite fine, but if you press this up here, you can add the sparring lessons in. Okay, so just check the date, get the class right, and then you can start adding in your people. And this bit just indicates that sparring, it will show up on their registers so you know when they've attended a sparring session. And that's a nice simple way for your assistants to do with very little that they can go in. So they can't get into the student data or other bits like that. They can't wipe out a student. It's all very restricted. Okay, hopefully that helps. We'll just go back. Sometimes you might just want to set up a standard access, and it might just be you put in admin or team admin or something like that as their username, and work through from there. So a couple of choices, whichever way you want to work, but the assistant instructor is a great tool to add in on your software. Okay, hope that helps you guys, and look forward to doing the next tutorial.